What's up, Altcoin Buzz? This is Steve, and I've got a video for you today about a brand new coin on the market. And this is actually one you guys have probably heard of, and I wanted to talk about it because there's a little bit of controversy regarding this coin. Some say it's real, some say it's not, and even the founder of the coin it's based on says it's not. So you may already know what this is. If you've clicked on the video, you've seen the thumbnail. We're going to talk about Litecoin Cash. So in true altcoin buzz fashion, we're going to talk about new altcoins that are hitting the market. So when we go and we look at recently added here on Coinbase, there is a handful of coins added this week. Not very many of them, but one of them that was added just over a week ago is Litecoin Cash. And it's currently sitting at $1.40 price, and it's not being traded on too many of the great exchanges. And ever since it was dropped 8 days ago, it has plummeted in price, declined in price, we should say, but plummeted feels more like it because I think that the coin has probably hit well below half of its initial value. So let's take a look at Litecoin Cash, of which if we take a look at Charlie Lee's Twitter account, you have to keep in mind Charlie Lee is the known founder of Litecoin, the real Litecoin, and Litecoin Cash is a separate development team that's doing a fork of Litecoin, and they're calling it Litecoin Cash, but Charlie Lee says it's a scam. And is or is it not a scam? Well, I tell you what, in my mind, because I'm a big Litecoin fan, if Charlie Lee says it's a scam, to me, it pretty much means it's a scam. But I've also tried to claim my Litecoin Cash because I've held my Litecoin for a long time. I'm entitled to the 10-to-1 claim ratio that Litecoin Cash has said, and I have yet to actually receive my Litecoin Cash. So comment below if you're a big Litecoin holder, have you successfully received your Litecoin Cash? Was it actually 10-to-1? And so on and so forth. So let me know what you guys have to say. Let's take a look. But I wanted to try to find the tweet from a few days ago where Charlie Lee had stated once again that Litecoin Cash was a scam. This isn't Altcoin Buzz saying it's a scam, but we're just diving into it. And I want to take a look and give a fair benefit of a doubt of what the Litecoin Cash team has to say about what their coin is and what their coin represents. I should have pre-gamed this and found it for you guys, but seriously though, take my word for it. If you want to follow Charlie Lee, he's at Satoshi Light on Twitter. That's one of his well-known handles. Don't follow anything that's similar to it. Make sure you spell it correctly. And as Charlie Lee has stated, do not send him your private keys or anything like that. Don't be dumb. He will not send you Litecoin. There are scams out there on the interwebs. So this is the Litecoin Cash website. You can check it out at litecoinca.sh. Already sounding a little bit shady, like litecoincash.com must have been taken. But there's a few benefits of what they're claiming they are and what they stand for, and then we'll just basically read through this in their own words. So I don't want to load any words into their mouth as best as I can try to do. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a certified financial professional. I have never passed a Sigma Series test or anything like that. So I'm just a dude giving you advice, telling you like it is, just like I would tell my coworkers, like I would tell the dude sitting next to me at the bar. And if you happen to be having a cold one right now, cheers to you. Let's talk some altcoins. This is Altcoin Buzz. Let's get your buzz on. So it says this is a new coin for old miners, meaning that if you've got old SHA-256 miners, you would be able to mine for Litecoin Cash. You no longer have to go on and get any of those crazy miners out there that make that you currently need to mine for Litecoin. You can use the old Bitcoin miners. So this can be an interesting thing. It says right here, this is in regards to what I've been struggling in terms of being able to claim it, but it says they're rewarding the community so that for every one whole Litecoin you held at block 1371111, which was like February 19th, 2018, you can claim 10 Litecoin Cash. Well, I should be due thousands of Litecoin Cash at this point, and I still have 0 of them. and I put my address in, granted I put my public address in, don't put your private address into their checker, and it confirms that I've received 0 of them. So I want to know, I got to start digging into who do I talk to, because I'm not going to pass up money. Scam or no scam, I want my scam coins, right? Or I want my Litecoin Cash. So it says it's simple to claim. Their wallet makes it easy to claim your Litecoin Cash. No debug console, responsible forking, replay attack protection. That's interesting. And new address prefix to prevent confusion and interchain issues. So responsible forking, replay attack protection. That to me means that unlike a lot of other blockchains out there, they're actually able to go back and replay the blocks to refund people anytime that there's some type of scam or some type of hack or something like that takes place. That in and of itself could be controversial. Yeah, on one hand, if you're the victim of a hack, you'd like to get your money back, no doubt. But if you are somebody who's in the crypto space to understand what cryptocurrency is, that almost seems counterintuitive to what a lot of cryptocurrency underlying values stand for. So I may or may not be reading that wrong, but let me know what you guys think. Do you think that people who lose their money should be granted refunds, or do you feel like the people who lose their money not really deserve to lose it, but should keep it lost at that point, or do something among other means rather than replay the block to get the refund? So fair launch, they've got slow start control, pre-release of Bootstrap, and improved retargeting to ensure a smooth launch. We'll talk about slow start control in their own words here in a few minutes. And then modern code base, it says they're close to upstream to allow us to incorporate all latest blockchain tech. SegWit, question mark, yeah, they've got that. So that's good, because that's one of the things that Charlie Lee has been big on Litecoin for. That helps speed up the block times by removing the signatures from the block so that there's less lines of hash that you have to go through to verify transactions when you're mining the blockchain. Here's where you would put in your Litecoin to Litecoin Cash balance checker. The default address there, by the way, if you're a scammer, that is not mine. That's what's actually there, just provided as a default by the Litecoin Cash team. So don't go wasting your time to try to attack me for your benefit. We've got enough trolls out there on YouTube, as you may or may not have heard. They just exist, whatever. You know, if you want to be a troll, I've got a middle finger for you, one on the right hand, one on the left hand, you know, and we'll back it up with more if we got it. But I like to have fun with altcoins, and I love to have fun with cryptocurrencies. I may or may not be making money today. I feel like today's down market may have probably traded me sideways. I think actually a little bit in terms of Satoshis, I went down a little bit in value in my overall portfolio. Dollar value traded roughly flat. So not sure what's up with that, but obviously you can make of that what you'd like. Bitcoin must have had a better day than my potential the majority of my altcoin holdings. So here's where the fork happened for Litecoin Cash at block 1371111. So if you had your Litecoin before that, and then you held it at that, whether you sold it later or not, you should be entitled to your 10-to-1 claim ratio. So even if you held as little as 1 Litecoin, you would get 10 or more Litecoin Cash. So that's the 10-to-1 claim ratio. Now, SHA-256 mining. If you are interested in mining something that's not difficult, and you still have equipment that can mine the SHA-256, and you liked Litecoin before it had moved over and became an ASIC miner and things like that, you can now mine Litecoin Cash. So Scamcoin or Scamcoin not, that's still to be debated, because even though it's not officially supported by the Litecoin Foundation or recognized by Charlie Lee, it's only really a scam coin, in my opinion, if it actually is trying to rip people off out there. Now, if it's coming out and trying to be a good, honest project, as they seem to claim, then really it's just an unofficial coin. So we'll stop trying to use that term scam coin that Charlie Lee had embedded in my brain so hard. And I recognize that. I've heard it repeatedly. We don't want to keep using that to shame on developers out there who are trying to potentially bring about a verifiable product. So after the fork coin, Litecoin Cash had switched to SHA-256 proof of work hashes, and this allows you to use some of that old mining equipment, bust out those old graphics cards, bust out those old USB miners, things like that. It's time to start cashing in on Litecoin Cash. Even though it may be trading at about $1.40 per Litecoin Cash right now, You got to remember there were days not that long ago, many months ago, that Litecoin itself was trading at those same single-digit values. So here's where the network resilience comes in. It says that mining difficulty is recalculated at every single block. So this is using Evan Duffield's proven dark gravity V3 algorithm from Dashcoin. You got to remember that they were Darkcoin at one point. Now, on a side note, I have reached out to the Dash team. They are located in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is not far from where I live, and I'd love to stop by their offices. I'm trying to reach out to arrange a face-to-face interview, which may be the very first time you guys see me on camera. I want to tour their office, as small or as large as it may be. I want to be able to ask them some questions about Dash, about cryptocurrency, privacy coins, what they think about the cryptocurrency market and different government regulations, and just to basically high five and fist bump some people out there in the cryptocurrency sphere face to face. That is big time for me. So hopefully I can make that happen and bring that to you guys here on Altcoin Buzz, busting out my camera equipment with my lack of skills. So here they are. They say they're optimized for the real world with the target block time of 2.5 minutes. That is not a big deal because that's also the claimed block time of Litecoin itself. It says it gives 4 times the transaction bandwidth of Bitcoin, meaning that it can basically resolve 4 times as many transactions within the same period of time. And basically what they're alluding to is that Bitcoin is being claimed to have a 10-minute block time. Now, I've seen longer and shorter times than that. It obviously varies. So they're also claiming to be 90% cheaper than Litecoin. Well, one of the things that Litecoin is claiming is that they're cheaper than Bitcoin. So these guys, Litecoin's claiming they're cheaper than Bitcoin. Litecoin Cash is claiming that they're cheaper than Litecoin. Just like Bitcoin Cash came out and became cheaper than Bitcoin with almost no fees or virtually low fees. So this is basically the Bitcoin Cash version of Litecoin, if you will call it that. So slow start control. This is important here because they want to make sure that people who have all this really massive, capable mining equipment don't come in day one and dominate the heck out of the mining process for Litecoin Cash. That would allow them to hold way too many of these coins, in their opinion at least, and even in practicality, from day one. So unlike a lot of other coins that come out with a really low block difficulty and a really high block reward at first, and then have a naturally increasing block difficulty as the price of the coin increases, but then also have a diminishing block reward every 2, 3, 4 years, whatever it's hard-coded in there. It says here that they're starting at 0.25 Litecoin Cash per block. Then there's not going to be a lot of transactions in a block at first, so you do have to keep that in mind. So basically, you can net yourself about 30 to 35 cents reward if you decide to verify the entire block, but that will grow to 250 Litecoin Cash over the first 2,000 blocks of the fork, meaning that this can actually become a relatively profitable coin if its price can actually hold. Now, we haven't seen any support levels for this coin yet, as it still continues its massive decline, and massive being a relative term from its entry into the marketplace at $5.24 down to its now seemingly plummeted $1.40. And we're also seeing a rapid decline in trading volume, which is also another sign of a lack of interest. But again, we're talking about 8 days into the coin. We don't want to necessarily call the play out of bounds before we get out of there, but it may just be something that takes a while to rally some support. And especially as mining becomes profitable, you may start to see people with large supplies of these coins start to spend those, circulate those, and do what have you. So the first 24 blocks of the fork will be mined at minimum difficulty, and after that, that dark gravity concept from the Dash guys will adjust the difficulty based on an observed block generation time. So this is essentially something that helps increase the reward somewhat proportionate to the amount of time spent mining the coin to make it worthwhile for miners in that algorithm in a shorter sense. So, you know, not too bad, because it says that the $250 or 250 Litecoin Cash block reward would be equivalent to $25 Litecoin. But actually, given right now the current trading volumes, it's really between like 15 and 20 Litecoin Cash per Litecoin. So it's no longer a 10-to-1 ratio like they had originally launched with. So small subprime means that an equivalent amount to less than 1%, or small pre-mine means that an equivalent amount of less than 1%, meaning 0.65% of the total fork supply, was paid into a development fund, which is really intended to pay out to the people who are going to do development work on Litecoin Cash. So that's essentially fairly normal, and that's a really low amount compared to many other ICOs out there that have a really large volume of coins held for the team, the developers, and marketing expenses, so on and so forth. So here's a nice matrix to tell you what is and what isn't compared to Bitcoin, Litecoin. You can go ahead and read through that. Comment below what you guys think of Litecoin Cash. Is this something that you're optimistic about, despite the fact that it's very much proven that it is not officially related to the Litecoin Foundation? Oh, that brings me to another point. I wanted to read some of their FAQs. These are really important to you guys. So here's what they said. Let's just go ahead and go through this. This is frequently asked questions for Litecoin Cash, and just why. Why do we need Litecoin Cash? And it says because there's no fast, cheap SHA-256 coins out there with good difficulty adjustment. Okay, so they are coming in with an answer to that problem. And they're not being paid in a currency that takes 10 minutes to mine. Okay, and if anybody's mad about being paid in Bitcoin, shame on those guys. But that's their slight to Bitcoin itself. So they believe that they're actually offering something that's viable to people who want to mine with SHA-256. Okay, thumbs up to that. Plus, we also probably have a really small block size, so we don't need to have a lot of difficulty up front. Now, why are they using the Litecoin name? And is it an official Litecoin project? Here's your answer if you were wondering. The answer is no. That confirms Charlie Lee's sentiment. But they say they're using the Litecoin Cash name because it's customary for other forks or derivatives of other coins to use the parent coin's name, such as Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin blah, 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 Bitcoin blah, blah, blah. That's the biggest. But then you also have like Ethereum Blue, which became Blue, you know, all those other projects out there from Ethereum even. So it wasn't just for Bitcoin. It says they're not associated or affiliated with Charlie Lee or any other Litecoin team in any way, but they are big fans. They're also probably big fans of making money. Can't blame them for that, right? Got to pay the bill somehow. It says, will I be able to claim if I have coins stored on an exchange or a ledger? It says, in general, exchange deposit addresses are no use, as you have no way of accessing the private key. However, some exchanges have already agreed to credit Litecoin holders at the time of the fork, and see their exchange list for more details. Well, their exchange list is pretty minimal, and it pretty much includes a lot of crap exchanges. So if you're on any of the good ones, Binance, Bittrex, KuCoin, you name them, you're probably not going to automatically get credited your Litecoin Cash. Where do those coins go? I don't know, but we need to find out, because I think all of us, if we're going to have something forked off the Coinbase, off the code base, we need to be able to claim that, and I feel like we're due that, right? Who doesn't want their thousands of Litecoin Cash? I want mine. Okay, just saying. So part of the reason that ledgers are so great is blah, blah, blah. We all know that. If you want to watch a good video, Shaylin had done one long ago when he had a squeaky voice before puberty hit, and he ended up doing one on the Ledger Nano S. If you want to find out how you can store coins on something that looks like a thumb drive and keep them in cold storage off the web, that's one way you could do it. So there's a lot more Litecoin Cash, but I really wanted to read in their words, not to load them, but that they are not affiliated with Litecoin. They're not affiliated with Charlie Lee. These are just fanboys looking to raise capital for what? To create a coin that we probably didn't need, but it's mineable, and people may or may not trade it or buy it. So I don't think there's really three legs to this bar stool when I look at what they've got going on. You know, and when I think about why I want to claim my Litecoin, I think it's more so because I feel like I'm entitled to it, being a big Litecoin holder. I feel like if they're going to end up paying out 10-to-1 Litecoin Cash to Litecoin, that it's something that I'm entitled to as being a longtime Litecoin supporter and Litecoin holder. So just let us know what you think. Hit the like button. If you've listened this far into it and you haven't hit the like button, you're not doing me any favors. It doesn't just tell me that you like the content, but it also tells YouTube that this is good content that you like to listen to, and it will help recommend those to other listeners throughout Altcoin Buzz using the YouTube algorithm. Also, you can share it on Twitter, you can share it on Facebook, hit the share button, show it to your friends and family, whatever you may do. Obviously, this isn't the most relevant video. We're not sitting here becoming born-again crypto freaks, but again, I love talking about all things altcoin. All my fans, to you guys out there who keep saying make more videos, I'm here for you. Love having fun. Talk to you guys later. This is Steve from Altcoin Buzz.